goodies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today I'm checking out a suggestion from you guys. This is My Parents Divorced and Made Me Choose. It's by Actually Happened, but when I saw the thumbnail, it really made me think of Story Booth. So I guess this is like a rivaling Story Booth channel. Not that, when I say rival, I don't mean that they actually are against each other. You know, they may not even be, but I mean like something that's kind of like it, but not. So the link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started.
Hi, I am Ruth.
Hello.
My story is kind of sad because it's about my parents' recent divorce. It's still a bit hard for me to speak about, but I think it is important to share my story and maybe help some of you to come out of a situation like that. First, a bit of background.
Okay.
My parents were married for 20 years,
That's
and
a
in
long
my
time.
eyes, they've always been an ideal couple.
Really?
They were pretty different, but I thought it was that classic
wow.
case when two people complete
Is
each
the
other,
mom
just like two puzzle pieces. He is a big man, quiet man, always with a kind smile for anyone. My mom is the exact opposite, a firework of a person. She is always talking, doing something, laughing noisily, and making scandals with anyone.
Yeah, I was like, why does she seem like, I kind of feel like this girl doesn't like her mom, because her mom had the evil devil horns, and then like the dad's like all nice and with the, you know, petting the cats and everything, and then you've got the mom who's like yelling angrily. Was she like an angry person?
They have in common? Me. I'm a single child, and they both adore me. I love them both, but I've always been a mother's baby. I never had a problem to answer that stupid question they always ask kids.
What?
Whom do you love more?
Oh dear.
Mom was always the answer.
Oh wow.
Sometime after my 15th birthday, my parents called me for a talk. I hate that we need to talk stuff.
Right, I hate that
so
too.
I got pretty nervous at once. My bad premonitions were correct. As I heard that phrase, every child dreads. We decided that we need to divorce.
Oh my goodness.
You are grown up and hope you understand us. Well, I acted very understanding, and I didn't even ask a thing. But one thing was bothering me. How come didn't I notice they were not getting along anymore? Can it be that I was living in a world of rainbows and unicorns while such a huge crack in my family was growing?
I feel like as a child, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, you know? You saw your parents as loving people who gave you the world and adored you. I feel like there was nothing wrong with that. The fact that you didn't notice that things were kind of falling apart. It's not your responsibility. It's not like you have siblings that you got to be aware of what's going on because you also have to protect them. It's just you, you know? So I don't feel like she should feel at fault or anything or bad about the fact that she didn't realize that her parents were kind of drifting apart.
All of a sudden, our life became a real hell.
Dear.
They started the process like two civilized people and kept it up like that, dividing assets until it came to their common, most precious thing, which is me. Each of them wanted to make me live with him and was ready to stand their ground. Mom, Dad, I'm still an alive person, not a thing. Maybe you will ask me. Finally, it was decided that as far as I am nearly a grown-up, I'm supposed to make a choice on my own and communicate it in court.
In court?
I knew I would need to grow up one day, but didn't expect to do it so soon.
That's
we were still living all three together.
Decision.
But this was not our nice, cozy home anymore.
No, it's
I noticed
awkward.
one thing that was worrying me a lot.
What?
My mom tried to win my affection in any possible way. She started buying me expensive stuff.
Dear.
She took me out to enjoy ourselves in spa and restaurants. And all in all, she started acting more like my best friend than like my mother. It was nice, but didn't give me a good feeling. The worst was that when we were alone, she always tried to convince me that my dad was a weak person.
Oh gosh.
Or he was too busy to give me attention.
Dear.
And other not very nice things.
She's really trying
My dad in all this, he was acting like he already lost. Was there sad, eating his dinners all alone, and looking at me like a kicked dog. Right before the court, I accidentally overheard something super painful.
What?
Mom and Dad were having a private talk when she said, if you claim that you don't have possible ways to take care of Ruth, I will let you see her freely anytime. Otherwise, I will accuse you to be violent and and will do anything to limit your parent time.
Oh my gosh.
Do as I say, because you know that anyway, she'll choose me. It was like I was
Oh my gosh. That mama evil. Okay, I get why she put the freaking horns on the mother and the angry hands, like yelling all the time, because that's horrible. How are you gonna tell her, hey, tell the father, you better admit that you can't take care of her so that I can have her, or I'm gonna tell them you're violent with me? That is messed up. And that the thing that I hate, I freaking, oh my goodness, my finger went up my nose. I freaking hate when people use bad situations as a way to get something, you know, or sorry, they make up bad situations as a way to get something, because I feel like that takes away from people who are actually going through those freaking problems. So don't dangle, oh, I'm gonna say that you were violent with me, or that you like abused me so I can keep my daughter. And especially if you feel like you was gonna win, right? And say, oh, after all, you know she's gonna choose me, then why would you blackmail him with that? And I hate that she did that, because I'm sure there are people who are actually suffering these situations and actually have these problems. They don't need your lies on top of the mindset and consensus that people have, where they are like not sure if somebody's telling the truth or not because of people like you. All right. The anger came out. A little hashtag by Christine. I know. But I was right. Okay? I is right.
By lightning, my eyes opened at
Don't choose
once
the mother.
on how manipulative my mom was all the time. And this blackmailing was horrible.
That is horrible.
I heard Dad giving up to her just to have the possibility to see me.
That is
I was
so
overwhelmed
sad.
and made my decision.
That's good.
Next day, to everyone's shock, I said that I wanted to remain with my dad.
Good.
My mom looked like slapped in the face.
Good. She'd need to be slapped in the face.
My dad burst into tears right there in front of everyone.
Oh, no.
After I remained to live with my dad and mom left, I had a very bitter feeling.
Yeah.
With our friendship finished, she called me from time to time just to tell me what an ungrateful traitor I was.
Really?
I didn't know what to answer her.
Don't answer
After
her
all,
calls.
she's my mom, and I love her. I still didn't think I had done anything
You
wrong.
didn't.
At the same
You have to
time,
butt head.
my dad was absolutely happy.
That's good.
Always caring, always asking for my opinions.
That's good.
And giving me nice treats.
Oh.
I got lots of freedom.
That's
that was
good.
really handy for a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But once, I tried to abuse that freedom.
Really? What'd you do?
I wanted to go overnight to a music festival.
Okay.
And my dad, this time, was firm to say that he wouldn't let me go.
Oh, okay.
I was too young. I cried and yelled, but he
What?
said it wasn't something I could negotiate.
Right.
Despite to go,
Weird. Why?
I suddenly shouted at
What?
him, "You know what? If you don't let me go, I will call Mom and ask her to let me live with her."
What?
That kicked dog expression came back at once on my dad's face. He just said, "Okay, do whatever you like," and left my room silently. I stood there, unable to believe how much I screwed up.
You sound just
I
like
just
your
blackmailed my dad.
butthead
I
mom.
was so ashamed of myself. I realized how much of my mother's traits I had myself. The same traits of shameless manipulator
Yeah.
I detested her for.
Yeah.
But soon, I also realized
What?
I can understand her a little bit more now.
How?
She manipulated me and blackmailed my dad
Okay.
because she was so desperate. And she did
Okay.
it for
I can
something
see that.
way more serious than my little teenage whims.
I could see that.
This realization helped me learn to control myself
That's good.
a little bit
That's
better.
good. That's good.
And soon got me closer to my mom again.
Okay.
I understood she was not a villain, just used her own ways in a moment of desperation.
Okay.
So guys, maybe my story will help you to overcome the aftershock of
I
your
like the
parents'
turnaround
divorce.
on this.
Look into yourself, and you'll find the traits that you have in common with your parents.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe
She's
after all,
that.
you will understand them better.
I guess we all are.
And live in peace with their situation and yourself.
That's a good turnaround.
Please comment my story and share it with your friends.
I think that story-wise, like the fact that it helped her to understand herself a little bit more and understand her mom, which I can actually see that being the reason, which, you know what, excuse me, a lot of people, when you know somebody is very manipulative, because I know some people who are freaking manipulative as heck, and you know they do it because they're sad, they do it because they're upset. Sometimes it's hard to overlook the actual things they do because they're so freaking, like, trifling that it's like, forget the fact that you sad, forget the fact that you're upset. This level of ish you did is, I can't look over that to see your sad feelings. And that's the truth, that's life. Sometimes that ish happens. If I was the father, I am not overlooking the wife's thing to be like, oh, she's sad, she's hurt, or she's desperate. That's why she acts like that. That's why. No, like Ninja, I've been taking care of you for a long time. I never ever treated you like that. I never put our daughter against you, pit her against you, none of that. And you're gonna try to accuse me of beating you in national court? Or sorry, I say national court. Well, federal court, civil court, whatever. In court, okay, for a judge. Because the thing is, in that situation, if she claims that he was abusive to her, then more than likely they're gonna ask her if she wants to press charges. That's gonna be on his record. Like, you're gonna ruin this man's life? Nah, bro, that's too much try for me. The daughter can look at it differently, but if I was the husband, I ain't overlooking jack crap. Girl, that's why you lost your daughter. Throw it in her face. Sorry, because that was pretty messed up. I think that's horrible. I detest the fact that she did that. Nonetheless, it's good that the daughter could oversee that and realize that the mother was sad, and in that have a deeper relationship with her mom. I hope that in that story or in her life, she did honestly tell her mom that, hey, I understand why you are manipulative, so that the mother realizes that she knows what she's doing. She knows that the daughter knows what the mother is doing, because then that would click for the mother to be like, holy crap, I do have these problems, let me work on fixing them. If the daughter just upped and forgave her on her own and didn't tell the mom, then the mom doesn't see these things coming to fruition and she doesn't realize she has a problem, therefore she's gonna keep doing this. That is a problem. So I hope she showed her the light, you know, so to speak. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you have a story that's similar? How did you feel about everybody in this case? I felt really bad for the father, but what do you think? If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support the creators and storytellers. If you like this video, hug the like button. I love you guys as always, and until next time, buddies, toodles.